Hey there, welcome to another Warframe weapon guide. Today we're going to look at Garra's signature shotgun, the Astilla. The Astilla is a shotgun that fires glass slugs that explode on impact in a small radius. Upon impact, the slug deals mainly impact damage and the explosion deals mainly slash damage. Also, if wielded by Garra, the Astilla will hold an additional 80 reserve ammo. The Astilla blueprint can be bought from the marketplace for 20,000 credits and only requires resources to build. When factoring in recoil, the Astilla has the highest accuracy of all shotguns and has a high status chance of 33%. When fired, there is a guaranteed impact proc if the slug hits an enemy, while the glass explosions can also deal separate status effects. Therefore, with a single shot with no status chance mods, up to 3 status effects can be applied with one shot. This makes the Astilla have great synergy with elemental builds. It has an alright critical chance multiplier, but nothing amazing, so you can use a hunter munitions build, but it won't be as good as other weapons. Furthermore, the Astilla's slugs do have travel time and can cause self-stagger quite easily. This forces the player to take engagements at longer distances, which is quite unusual for a shotgun. The Astilla is also quite ammo inefficient if you're not careful. And unlike most other shotguns, only a single slug is fired instead of multiple, and it also has the third lowest base damage of all shotguns. I've made 3 builds to show you today, 2 standard elemental builds and 1 hunter munitions build. The first build I'm going to show you is the hunter munitions build. Now I personally don't like using the hunter munitions build on this weapon because I feel like you're not using it to its full potential. But it does work, so here it is. Essential mods are point blank, Hell's Chamber and Vigilante armaments for the damage and multi-shot. Ravage and Blunderbuss for the critical chance and multiplier. For the elemental mods I have Toxic Barrage and Chilling Reload for the viral and reload speed. Of course here you can put whatever you prefer. And lastly we have the hunter munitions for extra slash procs every time you crit. Notice that the critical chance is still only 32.3%, so I wouldn't rely on this setup too heavily. And furthermore, if you would like to invest in this weapon, you can put an extra 2 Forma in and put in Vigilante supplies to help with the ammo conservation. Although I don't believe that this is fully necessary. The last 2 builds are elemental based. For the first one we have the essentials again, point blank, Hell's Chamber and Vigilante armaments, and then Ravage for the critical multiplier. Vicious Spread and Blaze for even more damage, and for the CC that the heat element provides. Since the Astilla is highly accurate, the increased spread from the weapon is not a problem and most times isn't even noticeable. And lastly we have the 2 elemental mods, Chilling Reload and Toxic Barrage. Use whatever element you would like, but I would suggest having Chilling Reload in if you can, since the reload speed is quite useful. And if you are against enemies that are a low level, you could actually just swap out Blaze altogether for a reload mod or any other mod instead. And the last build is quite similar to the first one, but we'll be using 2 main elements instead of 1 main element and a side element. Point blank, Hell's Chamber, Vigilante armaments, Ravage and Vigilante supplies stay the same. Only this time we'll be replacing Vicious Spread with another elemental mod to get your 2 main elements. With 72.6% status chance, you can get great crowd control with your irradiation and good damage with your viral. This is especially noticeable against corpus units. You can however use whatever combination you would prefer. So those are my builds that I use for the Astilla. Let me know what you think of them and if you run anything different. Feel free to recommend any videos or improvements that I can make. Hope that this helped and that you enjoyed. Good luck with your farming and thanks for watching. Bye.